Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. It's William here from Allegory Gallery. Thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. Um, I realized I was looking for what I was going to have for dinner tonight, and I was going to make some pasta. And then I realized that we had used our pasta sauce that I had gotten because I thought I had two. I only had one, and we used it. So I just got back running to the store. I had like 20 minutes. I'm like, that's fine. Ran to the store to get pasta sauce. And of course, when I get to the counter, the card reader goes down. And it's like a $4 thing of pasta, like one of the big, like a $4 thing of pasta sauce. And of course, I didn't bring any cash because I just ran out of the house. So we had to wait for the system to reboot. And then I was able to check out. So um, I'm here now. And I have my pasta sauce, so I can make pasta tonight with some zucchini, I think, and some peppers. And I got some angel hair pasta. I like angel hair, I like the small pasta. Andrew usually doesn't eat that too often with me, so um, when I'm by myself, I get the kind of pastas that that we normally don't eat together. So got some angel hair, some pasta sauce, some zucchini, um, and some other beans, some beans to put in it. So that's what I'm going to have tonight after the live, after we're done here. I do hope you're all well. Thank you for joining in. Please hit that share button. Let people know we exist at Allegory Gallery. We have existed for almost 13 years, everybody. Um, so that's pretty fantastic, I think. And many of you who watch these lives have been with us for that whole time. So thank you so much. Whether you've been with us that whole time or not, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the AG Bead fam. And I think I've got some fun stuff for you today. I was digging deep today, everybody, and I found some different things for y'all. This is truly some random stuff. Um, and I passed over a lot of stuff. I'm like, this isn't random enough. This isn't random enough. So there's some things that are like kind of normal for us, gemstones and things. But there's some stuff that's pretty dang random. Like, I don't know where we got it. I don't know why we have it, but it's on offer for y'all tonight. I created some pricing for it, and it's going to be ready for you all. So I hope you enjoy it. If nothing else, um, I don't know how much of it's going to sell. I don't know if you're all going to like it. I picked it because I think it's pretty cool. It's random. It's like, how did we get this? Where did we get this? Um, but I also think it's sellable stuff. Like, I didn't pick anything. I found a lot of stuff like cracked, broken, like that kind of. I didn't. This isn't junk. This is good stuff. It's just very random for us in some cases. So I hope you do like it. I hope you enjoy it. I don't know how much of it's going to sell, but if nothing else, it's going to be, I think, just a fun evening looking at some random stuff. Jewelry making components. I have some cabochons. I have some metal. I have some shell. I have some acrylic. Got some fun stuff tonight. Let's see who's here. Aaron Siegel joined us over on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Michelle is here saying texting and watching on the computer. Great. Danette is here. Hello, Danette. Suzanne is here. Thank you for joining us. Susie is here, our neighbor. Nancy is here. Hopefully you're feeling better, Nancy. We haven't heard from you in a while. Hopefully you're out of the hospital and feeling better. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. Marianne is here. Hello, Marianne. Suzanne says, glad you got your pasta sauce. Me too, because it is getting. I have been eating potatoes for like the last 4 days, and I'm not complaining about that at all. The first night I had potatoes with the barbecue mushroom stuff that Andrew made. Then the night after that, I had stir fry with potatoes instead of rice. Yesterday I made, what did I make yesterday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yesterday I made, fried potatoes. I did fried potatoes with eggs. So that was good. And some peppers. some red peppers. And tonight is going to be pasta with zucchini and peppers, I think. I think that's going to be what I'm going to have. That's what I planned for anyway. Because I figured I don't usually get out of these lives early enough to get to the grocery store or even the Dollar General. Walmart is still open, but that's like on a good round trip, not counting the time it takes in the store, it takes just about 25 minutes to go back and forth. And I don't like to do that. Sometimes after live, I'm a little worn out. Anne says, glad you got something to eat. Thank you. I will once I make it, but I have it already. Thank you for joining us, Anne. Let's see here. Danette says, I like angel hair and rigatoni. I love angel hair. I like when you take a bite and you bite into it and it kind of makes that feeling, when all the noodles kind of crushed, like snap together. I like that. I like fettuccine. So I like angel hair. I like the fettuccine. I do sometimes like the elbow noodles. I like those. But I would say probably angel hair is one of my favorites. It's probably one of my favorites. I feel like it sucks up the sauce well. I feel like it has a good mouthfeel when you eat it. So that's what I've got. Let's see. Susan's having a snack of cucumber slices, plums, and whole wheat crackers with cheese. Nice. I was trying to look for a snack, and I was getting ready to make a snack when I realized by looking for a snack, I didn't have pasta sauce. So I got no snack today. Did I eat? Did I eat today? Yes, I made oatmeal with strawberries and blueberries this morning before I left the house. So it was kind of an early afternoon, late morning, early afternoon snack. So I at least did have that. So that was good. Nancy says, random is delightful. I think so too. Michelle's making my bracelet that I shared earlier. Nice. Marianne had ice cream earlier, then a nap until just a few minutes ago. So you're probably still in nap days time, right? That daze you're in when you wake up from a nap. At least I get that. I get dazed out when I'm waking up from a nap, which is why I don't take as many naps as I would like to. Because if I don't take a long enough nap, which is like 2 to 3 hours, that's a nap for me. I'm like out of it and worse off than if I had never done it anyway. And I rarely have 2 to 3 hours to take midday for a nap. Slow recovery, says Nancy. That's good. My work on Earth is not done. That's good. Marion says, love fried potatoes with onions and eggs. Oh yeah, that's what I had, onions and fried potatoes and eggs. And then which some of you may scream at, but I doused it in ketchup because I like my fried potatoes with ketchup. And sometimes I like other condiments with it, but I had ketchup and that's what I used because I was craving that. So that's what I had last night. And I've been trying to use a cast iron skillet that we have. And I thought it was seasoned pretty well, but I think I burned on some stuff. So I gotta clean it. And I don't know, I've been reading a little bit about it, and I guess you can use soap to clean it, even though it's not the best. But I'm gonna try scrubbing it real good without too much soap and see if I can get it clean. But I need to season it again, apparently. I don't know if we ever actually seasoned it when we got it, and I don't think it came pre-seasoned, which is probably the issue. I assume that it did, and I don't think that it did. So I'll be working on that tonight. And you can't let them soak. That's no good. And it was too hot last night. I was like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. So that's going to be what I'm going to do tonight. Because I want to really get it seasoned well, because we have a nice nonstick pan that is losing some of its nonstick ability. We've had it a while. So I'm trying to get used to cooking with cast iron because I'm liking how it's turning out. I'm liking how it heats. I'm liking how it's even heating. We have a hotter spot on our stove And with other pans, that spot gets really hot in one spot. And I think that's how we also got our nonstick to be not so nonstick. It kind of burns in one spot. So the cast iron pan is really good and it heats really evenly. And I like that. I'm not noticing it burning in one particular area, but I think I got a little too crazy with my potatoes, and some of them got a little bit stuck to the bottom. So I got to clean that off. So if anyone has any tips on how to clean cast iron, let me know. Diane is here. So I'm in the background counting dog bananas. You've been busy. I saw you were at night market the other night. Was that last week? This week? I can't remember. Well, it's not. It's on Thursday. It must have been last week, right? And I didn't get down. I'm always doing the live. Usually I'm doing the live during that time. But you look like you've been busy lately, so that's good. Hopefully you're doing well with your shows. I don't get to talk to you since we don't have the store down here. I don't get to see you, so hopefully all is well. Suzanne says we had linguine with Alfredo sauce last evening. Nice. Nice. I do like a linguine too. Angel hair is still my favorite. Angel hair and fettuccine. I like those flat noodles. Jujubies. Hello from Tucson. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. Let's see here. Norma is here. Hello, Norma. Yeah, today I worked through some email. I still have some email things that I'm looking into. If you've sent me an email recently, you may have gotten a reply. You may not have yet. I do respond to emails in the order that it seems necessary. So if it's like a customer service emergency, I try to get to those first, or at least reply to them quickly to let you know that I'm on it. If you are emailing me, a lot of people email us asking about what is this strand? It is 100% impossible for us to label everything we send out. We do these live shows, and we're hoping that when you request things, you write them down, or you know what you're purchasing, or you can always go back and review the videos. We do tag every invoice anymore with the date. So you can see the date. You'll see the lot number in the title of your invoice. You will always see, like, for example, today are VR lots for very random. VR lots, you will see usually in parentheses what that is, very random. And then you will see a date. So today is 7/25/24. So you will see those at the top of your invoice. And then you can go back and cross-reference that date with the videos on YouTube or Facebook so that you can scroll through them. And if you need any more information on something that you've purchased, you can always go back and look. If you send me an email asking me what it is, that's generally exactly what I'm going to do. Because I don't want to get it wrong. Sometimes people don't send me pictures, they only send me lot numbers. Even if you send me a picture, sometimes it's not completely clear. We don't do this to be mean. We just cannot, we do not, we're two people, and we don't have our shipper anymore, for one. Even when we did, we have one person who does the shipping, and that's either our helper or me. And we just don't have the ability to note down everything that everything is. That's why we talk about things in the video and give you what it is in the videos, and usually do the size and things in the videos too. So if you do email me about that, it's going to take me a while. That kind of stuff, because it is readily available for you, that kind of stuff is going to fall to the bottom of my list. And I don't mean to be mean. I don't want to be rude about it. But that's just what happens. It's going to fall to the bottom of my list. And when I get a moment to review the video that is on YouTube or Facebook to cross-reference everything for you, then I'll be able to reply to you. So I just want to put that out there. So if you ever send me an email asking, what is this thing? This was, BR25, and I don't know what that is. I have to look up your invoice. I have to figure out when you bought it. I have to look at the date. Then I go back and I cross-reference the video, and then I watch the video. And then I tell you from that video what I said it was, which is all stuff you can do too. But I understand that some people have a harder time referencing that stuff. So I'm happy to help, but it does take me a while to get to those emails. And I just want to say that because that is something that has happened pretty often recently. And I feel bad not getting back to people as quickly as possible. But, well, I get back as quickly as possible, but I don't get back quickly all the time. Let's see. Norma's having a baked potato with shredded cheddar, cottage cheese, and scallions. Sounds great. Sounds great. I've been having potatoes like crazy. Susan says, I found something called cherry plums last week at Trader Joe's, and it was so delicious. Sadly, it wasn't in stock this week. Cherry plums. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had those. If it has cherry in it, I'm probably like, I don't know. I'm not a cherry fan. And only because I had some difficulties when I ate cherries and had the flu. That's all I'll say. And it turned me off of cherries for life, pretty much. I love cherry flavored stuff though. Like candies, cherry flavored candies, generally I really like. Jujujubi says, fried potatoes are so good. I know. And my grandmother on my dad's side used to make the best fried potatoes. I don't know what she did. I watched her as a child a lot making them, but because it was your grandmother and she just made stuff, and no matter how much you watch, unless you actually did it with her many times, I don't know what she did to get them. I don't think she used cast iron. I could be wrong. I think she just had a nonstick pan. But whatever she did, she'd get that crunch coat on them, but it didn't stick to the pan. Like, oh, mine did not get the crunch coat on them. At least many of them. They just started kind of getting soft, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. Maybe I used too much oil or not enough oil, but they started getting soft. And I don't know. I don't know why, but I was trying to, and that's probably why I burned some of them to the bottom of the pan. And again, they still didn't get crunchy. They just fell apart. But I was trying to get that crunchy, that wonderful carcinogenic stuff that you're not supposed to eat, but is so good on fried potatoes. Marion says, my nap was almost 2 hours, so no cozy, though I have had that feeling before. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That 2 hours is good. That's a good nap. I approve. Dozy, yeah. Sandra's here. Hello, Sandra. Amanda says, put water in it, boil the water. The burn on stuff should come up. Okay, I'm going to try that. That sounds pretty easy. Easier than what I was going to do. I was going to scrub it. I was reading and they said you can take some, like, they didn't say steel wool. What did they say? Some kind of, something like that. And they're like, you can scrub the pan. I'm like, I don't have that for one. We don't have that generally. I have the back of my regular sponge that I would, do scrub and scrub and scrub. But so boiling water, perfect. If that works, I will be very happy about that. Thank you. Jujujubi says, thank you. Longtime fan of AG. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Danette says, take a piece of aluminum foil, crunch it up, and scrub the cast iron with it. Then put oil thin coating in the pan. After you get the stuck stuff off, put the pan upside down in the oven at 200. I was reading that. Something I read said to put it in at upside down with oil in it, wipe oil in it, like you said. But I think they said 400 or 450 for like an hour. So I don't know. That sounded really high. So 200 upside down sounds better. to me. The shows are hit or miss, says Diane. That's kind of how it goes. That's true. Still figuring out which ones work best for my stuff. Good. Hello, Cheryl says, hello, William. Hello, Cheryl. Thank you for joining us. I hope things with your house are going well. I saw that you got the little pergola or whatever you want to call it. It's not really a pergola. The little archway redone and some things done that look good. Dennis says, be sure to put a cookie sheet or something to catch the drips. They did say that. Oh, correction, 450 for 1 hour. Okay. I guess that's not too hot then, if that's what you usually do too. Because that's what I was reading too. And I was like, that sounds really hot. Diane says, I miss stopping over and talking to you once things slow down for the year. Maybe I can pop over to the studio and say hi once in a while. Yeah, maybe. Cooked in bacon fat. I don't use bacon fat. My grandmother, maybe. She very possibly used lard. If that's what you mean for her fried potatoes, could be that it was lard when she made it, because she used to have that. But I feel like I remember her cooking it in oil. I feel like I remember her dumping in oil, because I think at one point she stopped using lard. I could be wrong. That happened to me with chips. Sadly for me, my taste for chips returns. Roasted in beef drippings, says Lennis. Hello, Lennis, by the way. A good crust happens when you cook them slowly. I had them low and slow. I don't know what was happening. Amanda says, I find the pan has to be seasoned well and cooking at the right temperature. Don't turn them too soon. I am a turner, and I think that's probably part of the problem, because I cannot let something sit. It makes me crazy. Like, I constantly turn things, and you need somebody to stir something. I'm your person, because I can stir and stir and stir, because if I don't stir and stir and stir, I start to get a little bit crazy, thinking that it's going to burn or something's going to happen. So you need to stir. I'm good at that. Cheryl said our town's having their annual heritage celebration, and we participated in painting a community mural on one of the downtown buildings. Fun event. That's fun. We want to put up, that's what we want to do at the store. We want to put up a fence at the store, a wooden fence, and have the community kids come out and paint it. That's what we'd love to do. When my son was really sick, all they had was cherry-flavored meds, and he will not touch anything cherry. I get that. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining us. You may need to scrape with the spatula a bit, but it should come up, says Amanda. Okay. I've been scratching with a spatula. Some of it has been like a plastic spatula. Some of it has been coming up. But I'm going to boil some water first. I'm going to try that. And then if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go to the aluminum foil, and then I'll have to re-season it. I was going to season it the one night, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be up for another hour to do this. And then, of course, I was. I should have just done it. Let's see here. Sylvia says, understandable that you can't label every item. Sounds like it may be in regards to an email that I sent recently. Appreciate and verbal response. Regretful for looking several times into various platforms. I haven't been able to find the video to watch the replay. Look forward to hearing if anyone would help me. You might be one of the people. Like I said, it happens often. I have a number of emails that are waiting for me to do that. And I can't remember who all asked, because that kind of runs together. And it's no problem. I'm happy to help. And I usually try to reply to people and say, I'll let you know in a little bit. But with things like that, I feel bad. So sometimes it does fall to my bottom of my list. But I'll take a look. I'll take a look when I can here. Amanda says, I oil mine after every use. We have been generally trying to do that. But I just think it didn't get, because I usually put oil in it after every use. But I think it's not gotten the good, like real true, like that apparently 450 degree seasoning in the oven. And so I thought it was, because they say that most modern ones come pre-seasoned, but stuff's sticking. And I don't think that's right. I don't think it should be sticking like that if it were really truly pre-seasoned, because I use a lot of oil or butter. Not a lot, but I use enough that stuff generally doesn't stick or shouldn't stick, I would think, if it were seasoned. Lena says, let me ask Poopy, but the nice crispy potatoes he used to make were made with beef drippings. It's a lot of work. My grandmother did not make it look like a lot of work. She just had potatoes in a skillet. I know she used to use the kind of net thing on top and not a full lid on top of the pan. I think that was to let, I don't know if it was to let, so it didn't condensate onto them, which makes sense. But I had mine open, so that wasn't the issue. I know that. But my grandmother did not. I mean, she was just making potatoes, and it didn't take her that long, I feel like. Susan says, I got regular plums. This one is kind of meh. I love plums. Generally, I like the black plums. I'm not as big of a fan as the lighter, the red ones, but I like the black ones. And I especially like when you chew the skin, and the black ones have the skin that it's almost tart. So it's like you get that tart with the skin, and then you bite into the plum and it's juicy and sweet. I like that combo. I was suggesting your gran used bacon fat, says Nancy. Very possibly, but I honestly don't think, I think she used oil. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I think she used oil. Sandra says, I just heat water on the stove and then clean. I'm going to try that. Marianne says, I use sesame oil for my fried potatoes. I have not tried that. I have sesame oil in the fridge, but I've not tried using that. That's a whole different thing for me. I use vegetable oil. That's pretty much what I use when I cook, or butter. Susan says, my parents used to save bacon drippings in an old pickle jar in the fridge. Then a thing called high cholesterol happened, and I'm a vegetarian now, so that's not happening. Yeah, I know. Some people used to save all those drippings and stuff, right? I remember that too. But I don't know why. I remember my grandmother, I feel like she just had a big thing of oil beside her when she would cook them. I could be wrong. You know, that memory from when I was like 8 is not so reliable anymore. Not so reliable anymore. Oil splatter guard, says Amy. Yes, we have one of those, but I wasn't digging that out last night. And I didn't really splatter too much, so it seemed fine, I guess. Susan says, I remember my dad using that net. Yes. Yes. Marion says, Italian prune plums are my favorite, the purple ones. Prune plums? I don't know what that is. Isn't a plum a prune anyway? That's an odd way to call it. My hubs uses toasted sesame oil for tofu. Yeah, Andrew uses uses sesame oil for some things, especially when he's doing, I think, like a stir fry or something. He'll often do sesame oil, but I've not messed around with that myself. Okay, so a few things tonight. I did most of the invoicing. I think I got everybody, unless you've just recently sent in an email. If you have, I've not gotten there yet. Danette says prune plums are awesome. I love them. Never heard of those. That's weird. But I have a few things. I did some pottery. And so I posted some of that today in my William Tries Things group and page. If you don't follow me there, search William Tries Things on Facebook or Instagram and hit that follow button. Follow me. Let's have fun. And so that's, I'm going to show you some of those today. I'm going to post those into the online store tonight, I hope, if I get there. I got to measure everything yet. I thought I was going to have more time today. and my time went away, and I'm getting a kind of headache on this side. This side, something happened. I was doing some exercises, and I think I stretched something or pulled something too much. So now that I'm getting a little bit of a headache, I'm not sure the pottery will get up there tonight. I'm still going to try and get some of it up there. I got all the pictures taken, so I just have to make the listings, which aren't too bad, except I got to measure everything. And that's usually the hardest part, is getting all the measurements down and the listings made. But if I do, I'll get them up, and then you can buy them if you want anything. I don't know if y'all still like my pottery, if you're all bought out of my pottery, got enough of it. But I'm doing a new drop hopefully tonight on that. Danette said, I had yellow plums last week, weren't as good as I remember. I don't think I've ever had yellow ones. I just like the black ones. The black ones are my favorite. Sylvia says, black plums are delicious. Just had 3 this past week. Going to get more. I did not realize that the plums were in season right now. So I guess I better get to the store and get me some plums. Hey, Carly and Ben from Flood City Stitch are on Instagram. Thank you for joining us out there. Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. You got to come hang out at the store sometime when you get a moment. And I still have to see your new tattoo place. Not that I saw the old one, but I need to see the new one. Oh, it thinks I'm thumbs upping. I'm just holding onto my shoulder. They are ovals rather than rounds, but maybe that's what is used to make prunes. Huh. I don't know. Little ovals? Lena says, yay, pottery, show us. I'm going to. Sue says, I never know if I'm entirely paid up. I don't know if you are or not. I'd tell you if I knew, but I don't know. But I sent out the last of the emails that I know about earlier today. Around, I think, 1 or 2-ish today. So that's all that I know of, I think, at this point. Danette says, the Italian prune plums are usually in the fall, maybe mid to late September. Okay. Nice. Carly says, stop by any time. Thanks. I just need to do it. Just need to do it. I need to do a lot of stuff. Talked to somebody today. There's a reporter in Johnstown who wants to come in and see the store and take some pictures and do a story on our business. So need to get that arranged. I wrote them back today, did some emailing today, worked on some orders, mostly combining and sorting orders today. I didn't get a lot of shipping done, but I got orders started and combined and starting to work on stuff. So that I worked on a little bit today, and then I started getting ready for the live. Yeah, took pictures of my pottery. The day goes by quickly. I don't know where it all goes sometimes. It's crazy. Okay, let's take a look at some pottery. How about that? Because I've been talking for 40 minutes. It's time. Let's look at some pottery. I was going to say, I don't want to cut this short, but also I feel like I definitely am not cutting it short because I've already been talking longer than I thought. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at some pottery. Let's move this up. Okay, so some of the pottery that I think you've all already seen, but I'm going to show you again in case you missed it. This is stuff that's going to go into the online store. This little dish that I made, this little dish is going to go into the online store. Just a cute little ceramic dish. So that's going to go in. I have this spoon holder or utensil holder for like by the stove or wherever you want to put it, actually. I don't know if I don't have a spoon here, but it would kind of, sit in there like that. A lot of people have like a spoon rest that you would set things down on, but this helps keep it, I think, a little bit less space used, right? Because it can stand up in there instead of lay down on your counter. So that is going to go into the online store. I don't know how that's going to do, if people are going to get it or not, but I think I like that. And then this coffee cup. This little coffee cup is going to go into the online store. It's got a nice big handle. My hands are pretty big, and I like to make the handles big enough that at least 2 fingers can fit in there comfortably. So that's going to go into the online store tonight. And then I've got some bowls. This is going to go into the online store. Reason. Of course, the moment I start showing you all stuff, the camera starts blinking out. Norma says, I like that spoon holder. Thank you. Thank you. Susan said that could be a chair for a small doll or plushie. Could be that too, right? Whatever you want to do with it. Definitely, I could see that. That'd be pretty cute. This bowl, and then I have this bowl. I really like this one. Susan says, I like a big mug for a cup of coffee. This one's not too big. This one's not too big. This is more like probably like regular coffee size. I usually like a big mug too, but this is kind of like old style coffee size. This bowl will go in. I still gotta sand the bottoms off a little bit, but that's easy. And then I have my latest stuff. These are the ones that, unless you saw the pictures today, you haven't seen yet. This is my newest bowl that I just got back yesterday. I did some kind of decoration down here, and I really am happy how these. I have 4 new things, and I'm super happy with how they all came out. So I have this bowl, and just so you can see size-wise, this one is kind of a little bit smaller, but a little tiny bit taller. And then I have this tumbler. I really like how this glaze came out. I think it's a really pretty kind of minty green, but I like how it kind of opens up sometimes over this brown clay, so you see the brown speckled clay through it. So got this tumbler. And then I have this little tumbler, which I made look like a little barrel almost. It kind of has a barrel look to it. I like how the glazes work. This is 2 different glazes, this darker color and then this one over top. Because I wanted to see how it broke over top of this, and I like how it, on the edges, it lightened up. Sometimes glazes break, they say, over different things, and they do different things. So this one got kind of really, see it's dark again, but then light again. So every time it hit that index down here, because I stopped this glaze. Is the camera? Come on now. I stopped the second color right along here. So this is the only color that happened down here. So that is, and that's just a simple flat bottom that I did on that one and on this one. So that's a little cup. Then the last one is my favorite one, and it is this one. I was really happy with how the banding worked on this. This glaze did not run at all. Sometimes the glazes run when I don't want them to. or don't want, or, you know, I'm trying not to make them run. And this one did really well at sticking to pretty much where I put it. And I did the whole inside of that. So the entire inside got coated, and then just this part and this part. And then this is the natural brown speckled clay that we're using. So this is what the clay looks like without any glaze on it whatsoever. It's what the bottom looks like here too. But I did the whole inside and then these bands here. So that's how big that one is. Nice little drinking cup without a handle. So those are the items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 items are going to go into the online store tonight. And then I also worked on some pendants. I'm going to try and make some pendants, everybody. I think we're going to use some of Andrew's illustrations, like the baby dragon and, you know, those kind of illustrations we've been using for a number of our different things that we're doing. And we're going to try and put those on some ceramic pendants. That's the goal. I think, unless he's going to make something else for me or we do something else. But I'm working on that, and I made some pendants yesterday, and hopefully they turn out. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to get into the glaze firing before my next class, but my teacher said she's going to try so that I can hopefully print some of the decals and try those for another firing. If not, it's going to be, that'll be next week if it works out. So I'll have them done, finished, hopefully in 2 weeks. Otherwise, it could be up to 3 weeks or so before they're done and finished. So that's that. So let's start this show, everybody. Let's start this show. To purchase from this video, you're going to take down the lot number, and you're going to send that lot number to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. So for example, these are going to be VR lots tonight. That may not look like an R to you, but it is an R. VR lots for very random is what I called these. So you put that in the subject line of an email, send that email to info@allegorygallery.com, and that's all you got to do. If you're the first one, you get it. Or if we have multiples, like we have 5 of these ones at this price, so 5 of them at $5. If we have multiples, then the first 5 people will get it. Or if somebody wants 5 of them, you can order 5 of them. So that's how this works. If you have any questions, please let us know. Please also send a new email each time. Do not send a reply to an old email of yours to email us, because it groups everything together and you lose out, and we don't want you to lose out. All right. So here we go. This is one of those things I'm like, why do we have this and where did we get it? But they're also really cool. So these are ceramic. I think these are porcelain. They're very thin and they have that porcelain sound to me, but they're glazed. And let me show you. There's some white showing through in the mane of the horse here, and then they're glazed in this gold. I don't know what they do to get this, but they do go different directions. So it just depends. I don't know how many I have. That, like that. If you want a particular direction, you can ask, and I can try to do that for you. But if we run out of one, we'll probably send you the other if we have some available. But I think these are super cool. They do not have holes. There are no holes. These are like cabs. You could glue a bell. Certainly, you could glue a bell to these if you wanted to. So use a glue-on or seed bead around them to do something with them. But like I said, I don't know where we got these, why we have these, but I think they're pretty cool. I thought some of you out there, I know we have some people who love horses, so thought maybe you might like these. These are VR1, $5 each only. $5 each. Really, they probably should be more, but I don't know what we'll do with them, so giving you a good price on those. Giving you a good price on those. Because otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do with them. Buy them, everybody. Buy them, please. All right. VR2. VR2, $8 for this strand. Whoops, I didn't turn on my other lights. No wonder, it's so dark in here. I was like, why does it feel so dark? There we go. Now I've got some lighting on here. This light feels like it's too close. I don't know. All right. So these are dyed shell beads. Let me show you. Dyed shell beads. It's this whole strand of them. I don't know where I probably buried my ruler. There it is. I had the kittens in here earlier today. I let them come in with me because I was in here a good bit, and all my stuff is thrown all over the place now. So these are beautiful little light purple. It's about an 18-inch strand, close to an 18-inch strand. It's at least 17 inches of these beautiful light purple dyed shell beads. They sound really pretty. And you can see on pretty much each one, you can see that kind of swirl shell pattern on each of these, which is really cool. So I thought those would be fun if you're doing any kind of events near the ocean or the beach. Just want to get beachy with them. They make cute little earrings, little bracelets. And it's only $8 for the whole strand. So there you go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like I said, this is very random stuff. This is, I think, the most random show we've had. So I do not know. I have no expectations of how much of these things we might or may not sell. Okay, these are fun. This is MLA, multiple lots available. We have a lot of these. I don't know how many. I didn't count these. These are vintage, antique, actually. They are from Western Germany. So when Germany was divided, they are from Western Germany, and they are these amazing, beautiful rainbow cabochons. So they're flat backed. You could glue them to something. You could seed bead around them. They are stunningly beautiful. We have a lot of them available. I'm making them 35 cents each. Probably should have made them more, but there they are. They are really, really beautiful. Aren't those nice? This is VR3. VR3. Let me check. Somebody just sent me an email, but had a lot number that was not matching tonight, and I don't think it matched any of the recent nights. So if you just sent me an email, please check on that. We're doing VR lots tonight. VR. If you are really buying something from some other time, that's okay. I'll go back and hunt for that spreadsheet, but make sure I just wanted to let you all know. Yeah, these are beautiful, right? Love Cabby, says Susan, right? These are really spectacular. They've got really good color to them. These are really exceptional. I believe they're glass. They are glass. And they're from, again, Western Germany, when Germany was divided. So these are antiques. Linus is great for mosaics. Yes, they would be. Great for artwork. You can glue them to things. Don't just think jewelry with these, everybody. You can use these however you want to. They've got great flat backs, and they are beautiful. 35 cents each only. VR3. VR3. Again, if you've just recently sent me an email, the right lot number that you were looking for. Camera's back. I'll give a hint. It was for number 2. So I don't know if you were looking for VR2 from tonight, or if you really do want something else. VR4. I don't exactly know what this is. The tag on it says crushed, and then I can't actually read what the tag says. It's an old tag. So I don't know if it's a crushed glass in like resin, if it's crushed mica in resin, if it's other crushed resin in resin, but it's something crushed, and you can see it in there. You see what it's doing? I don't know what is crushed in there, but these are pretty cool. I only have this one strand available. This is a 16-inch strand, and this is 14.5 by about 26.5. VR4. And I put it at $15 because I think they're pretty cool. We've only got one. I've never seen anything like this before. Again, I don't know exactly what it is, but they're smooth on the outside. They are smooth on the outside. It's just whatever is crushed up in there and sealed in that resin or acrylic gives you that flash. So VR4, one strand available. VR5. VR5, pulling out, found this very nice strand of beautiful smoky quartz, faceted cubes. I don't think we showed any of these before. I just found this strand hunting. And these are spectacular cubes. Faceted cubes, they're around 12 millimeters. And I put this strand at $42. $42, well worth that. You can make a pair of earrings out of it, a few pairs of earrings. Think of how beautiful that is. Even if you use something like this for sun catchers, you're going to get that beautiful color. VR5. VR5. And this strand should be a 16-inch strand. That's an old strand. 16-inch strand. VR5. VR6. These are fun. I've got 2 of these, $5. These gigantic acrylic flowers. Talk about, they do have a hole. The hole is up here, if you can see that, at the top. And they're just a beautiful clear, clear acrylic. They are big. Let me do them in inches here. They're about 2.5 inches or so, about 2.5 inches. VR6. 2 of them available, $5 each. Checking my spam here. Let me clear out my spam folder. There we go. Those would go great if you make sun catchers and you really want like that big drop at the end. Very, very pretty. VR6. Told you it's very random. Very random. The most random I think we've had so far. What do y'all think so far? Y'all liking it? VR7. VR7. We just sold both of VR6. Thank you so much. VR7 are these copper beads. This is a strand of them. This strand is 8 inches. $14. I have 2 of them available. And it's picturing a mod necklace with that acrylic flower, right? That's some big stuff. You like to make big necklaces? That'd be pretty cool. VR7. There are 2 strands of these copper beads available. And I don't know 100% if these are full copper or if they're a copper plate. I can't say. Again, old beads, not sure. But VR7 have 2 strands available at $14. Nice spacer beads. I like those a lot. That's something Andrew probably maybe wasn't going to give away. I don't know. And by give away, I mean sell at all. But those are kind of something I think he might have maybe kept. I don't know. Like I said, he's not here. I'm going through stuff. Sometimes I don't know what he sets aside for himself. But you'll be surprised if they sell. And he wanted them, right? VR8, $20 is this bracelet. This is part of that collection that we have, but I figured these are 2-hole. Each one of these is separate. So whether you wanted to make earrings with these or just restring it as a bracelet, whatever you want to do. But I just thought this was really pretty and very interesting, and I thought this is well worth 20 bucks to even take it apart if you want to take it apart and use the pieces in your designs. I think they're really pretty. These are glass. They are not any type of gemstone or anything, but I think it's just, they're really cool. They look like citrine almost. And I think that would be a great piece to be able to take apart if you wanted to use them in something. Use them as a pendant, like use each one separately if you wanted to, or use them, make them back into a bracelet. I would suggest restringing it if you're going to do that, because this is some old stretch cord that's in there. But surprisingly, it's you know, knock on wood, it's holding up pretty well. Like as I pull it and it breaks. No, it hasn't broken yet. Marion says he needs a treasure chest for his William Don't Touch things. Yes, if you don't want me doing it while you're away, You better make it known that you want to keep these things, right? Look at that. I just thought that was really pretty. VR8, $20. Jujujubi says, beautiful and interesting items. Thank you. Yeah, this is just stuff. I have no idea where we got some of it, why we have it, but we do. And we've never shown most of this stuff ever before, so I figured I'd give it a try. See if you like it. These are bleached betel nut. I don't know what a betel nut is. I didn't get a chance to look that up beforehand, but they're marked bleached betel nut. They are super light. They are a natural thing. Very, very light. I've got one strand of these at $8. Bleached betel nut. This is a 16-inch strand, I believe. Yeah, 16-inch strand. And these are about 8.5 by 13. Just about 8.5 by 13 millimeters. Bleached betel nut beads. They're super pretty. They look like dendritic agate. Is that what I'm thinking? Dendritic agate. And I think they're so cool. One strand available, VR9. All right, everybody. August 5th, coming up in just a few days. August 5th is supposed to be the next Mercury retrograde. So I pulled a strand of crazy lace agate, blue lace agate, which the blue in this is bountiful and is blue chalcedony. So there's a lot of nice blue in there, blue chalcedony. This is a nice big strand of kind of pebbles. And it was normally would be $18, did it at $15 for anybody out there who might need some protection from Mercury retrograde. Get your blue chalcedony now. August 5th is when the next Mercury retrograde is supposed to happen. And right now, probably we are in the shadow period. We're in a shadow period. So if you're having issues with communications, or people aren't understanding you, or you're having some tech issues lately, we know the whole world went into a tech issue practically a few days ago. This is supposed to help. I carry my blue chalcedony with me during Mercury retrograde. When I remember, when I don't remember, I'm sorry that I didn't remember. 16-inch strand and 12.5 millimeters. Betel nut is a drug, says Marianne. A drug? What kind of drug is a betel nut? Maybe that's why we've never sold it. And I'm not trying to sell drugs here, everybody. VR11. VR11 is another one of these copper strands. These kind of lanterns. And these are 8-inch strands. And these lanterns are about 9 millimeters by about 10. 9 by 10 millimeters. One strand of these available, $14 for the strand. I'm pretty sure these are full copper. I can't be 100% sure. There we go. VR11. Come on, bag. I'm using Ziploc bags and they don't want to zip lock. All right. This one This is really one of a kind. I have never seen a strand like this. We don't have another strand like this that I could find. I have set this aside 2 or 3 different days because I'm like, I don't know if I really want to sell it. But today I was like, let's just do it. It's odd enough. It's weird enough. Look at these little shells. This is VR12, $24. These are wild. Like, I can just imagine those on earrings or using them on a bracelet. They're just beautiful and different. And like I said, I almost didn't sell them at all. But I figured today, since I'm doing the really weird stuff, today is going to be the day. And this is about, let's see here, let me move these down. It's about close to a 16-inch strand. This is like a 15-inch, 15 and a half inch strand. $24. Each one of those is so pretty. And just to pick one of them, this is kind of about 19 millimeters and about 4 millimeters. And that one has sold. Thank you so much. Somebody got a great strand there because probably should have priced that higher. But I want to sell stuff. We've only got the one. I couldn't find more, even though I really loved it. What am I going to do? I can't do something with everything we've got. VR13, we have some carved bone. And this is a bead. It is drilled all the way top to bottom, or a pendant, I guess, more like a pendant. It is flat backed. Let me show you that detail. Carved, etched design in there. A lot of beautiful work. Hand done. Only $18. Let me do this one in inches. I feel like inches might be better. This is about 1 1/8 inches by about 2 inches. 1 1/8 inches by about 2 inches. VR13, carved bone, $18. All right. Here's an exceptional strand of amethyst. This is super dark, great clarity. Considered dark amethyst is what's on the label, and it is dark. You can barely see through it. Super dark. Beautiful color. Did I say clarity early? I meant color. There's not much clarity because you can't, it's so dark. Originally $42, taking it down to $38 for the strand if somebody wants this one. Really nice strand. This is approximately a 14-inch strand. And these are approximately, tag says 12 to 18 millimeters. So they're around 12 to 18 per stone. VR14. Let me see if I can get this light in here to show you the color a little bit better. There we go. Don't want to blind y'all, but I really think you need to see how deep and dark. These are natural. Beautiful color. Amethyst was $42. Giving it to you for $38 if anybody wants that tonight. VR14. And remember, anytime we give you a sell price on these lives, generally they're good for about a day or so, and then those prices revert to whatever the crossed out price is. That's how we do that. Now this one's fun. This one's $16, and this is dyed howlite, but I have never seen dyed howlite look like this. It is so much like turquoise. Like, this is an exceptionally well dyed howlite. Beautiful kind of blue color. Stunning quality. I mean, it's a dyed stone, but it's stable. This is an old strand. It's stable. It looks beautiful. It looks a lot like turquoise, that deep blue turquoise. Like, look at that. So if you want turquoise, the turquoise look without spending a lot of money, and this is a nice 16-inch strand, it's only $16 for the strand. VR15. If that were true turquoise, you know what kind of pricing that would be. Not $16, that's for sure. But really good look-alike to turquoise, I think. Really good look-alike. VR15. Okay, VR16. We got another one of these coppery strands. These little copper beads. VR16. This is another 8-inch strand of these. Nancy says that howlite is nice. It's been around a while. Yes, it has. It has been around a while. It's a vintage slash antique strand. I don't know how long these have been around, but I think they're really cool. It's a cool design. And $12 for the strand. One strand available. Eight-inch strand. VR16. All right. Oh, we're going to 33 tonight, by the way, y'all. 33 is the number of lots I've got, so you know what the pace is. VR17. Is this lot of ceramic? It doesn't look like ceramic, right? It looks like metal, but they're light and they've got a beautiful glaze on them, like a metallic. Oops, just made my computer go dark. Sorry. There we go. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 of them. I don't know why there's 19, but there's 19 of them in here. 19 of them. Marion says random and odd number 2. What's odd number? What's going on? What do you mean? VR17, 12 of these, $12 for these. And it says, I love those. I know, these are really cute, right? Super nice thin discs. I would love to make these. I think they're super fun. There's the other one. There's 20. It's hiding up there. There they are. VR17, $12. Oh, an odd number 33. I get it now. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. There, you just said the lots. Yeah. I was like, what? What's odd? What? Did that strand have an odd number? What are you talking about? Yeah, 33 lots. I know. It had to be a little bit weird, right? Since we're doing weird stuff. This one's not so weird. It's just weird to me that it's still available. VR18 is one of Andrew's bronze coin pendants, but not a coin. It's the flying skull. And the hole is on this side, so it would hang like this. You could technically punch another hole down here if you wanted to yourself. If you wanted it as a connector on a bracelet or something like that, you could add your own little hole punch, the little spinny hole punch. The manual hole punch would do it. I think you'd be fine with that. VR18, $18 only. That's a good price for this. I think they were originally 24. We brought them down when we started getting low on them after a while. So VR18, $18. Let me check my junk mail. And here, okay. VR19, what do I got here? Oh, one of my favorite lots of the night, and I priced it good for y'all. This is Peruvian opal. Peruvian opal strands. These are approximately 7.5 millimeters. Well, 6 to 7 millimeters, probably more like 7, looks like. Maybe my thing's off. More like, well, there's 7.5. So they're 6.5 to 7.5 millimeters. But Peruvian opal, there are 2 strands available. Look at how gemmy some of those are, and they are ombre. So you get into the darker, and we go back into some of the lighter, into the yellows and whites, milky colors. But look at how beautiful they are. If I can get the strand to stay. Peruvian opal, rondelles, smooth rondelles, 6.5 to 7.5 millimeter wide. They vary. Looks like they were hand cut. Stunning little beads. 2 strands available. I didn't even write that on here. There are 2 strands available at $20 each. Giving them to you at $20 each. They were 24. Nancy says 20 bucks. You are kidding me right now. I know, right? I know. And there they are. Beautiful strands. There they are. VR19. Okay. VR20. These are one of the weird things. Very weird things. But some of you, you might want them. Multiple lots available on these. We don't have a lot of them, but I have enough that I didn't want to count them. These are metal. Metal, kind of floral, fruity beads. Not beads, pendants. They are pressed. You've got a hole up here if you want to use them that way. You've got another hole here. But I just thought these were odd. $2.50 each I threw on them just because I don't know if you're all going to like these, but I think they're pretty cool. I think they're brass punched. But I know some of you might be able to do some, I know all of you could do things with these, but I know some of you might want to do some fun stuff with them. It looks like floral here. You got some fruits here. These are generally around 1.5 inches. So what's that, 37 millimeters? Yeah, around 38 millimeters or so. There you go. Multiple lots available. I have at least like 15 of them, something like that. And let's see here. Now this is another odd one. This came with that jewelry collection. And I was going to break these up, but I'm like, I'll just sell the whole thing. If somebody wants it, I just think these are cool. So each one of these are just jump ringed together. So each one of these could be their own pendant if you wanted to. There's a center kind of roundish one, and then there's the mirror image of that one. So like I said, they're just hooked on with a jump ring. I was going to take them apart and sell them individually, but I'm just like, why? Why would I do that? Just $18 if you want it. It's already in a necklace. If you want to keep it that way, you can. But I think these could be really groovy used as pieces on their own. They're a little bit, I don't know, without everything, they're still a little heavy. Like to make them into earrings, these two end ones, maybe, depending on the person's ears, but they're a little bit, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be comfortable making them into earrings. They're pretty light because you can see they're cast like that, but it just depends. It depends on your client. But I think they would make fun earrings if you did it that way. But also, like I said, each one could be its own pendant. And they've got that kind of cool matte gold color. I just think they're fun. VR20, $18. No, 21. VR21. We did 20. Right? VR21, $18. We sold a number of those pieces from the jewelry collection yesterday, so I'm excited about that. VR22, we have some of the recycled glass beads. I think these are Ghana recycled glass from Africa. And I have 3 strands of these in this size. These are these are about 10-inch strands. And I did them at $12 each. VR22. And these are approximately 14 to 15 millimeter. Each one's a little different. 14 to 15 millimeter beads. Ghana recycled glass. I really like this kind of light green color. VR22, $12 each. VR23, really good deal on this one. We may have had one of these before, I can't remember. But I think I gave you an excellent deal on this. This is labradorite. Each one of these is pretty dang flashy. It's that dark kind of green labradorite. I feel like we had these before. I don't know what we priced them before. These are old. These are based off of old price tags. So it was 22, I think, on this one, and I just took it down to 18 for y'all. Really nice strand of labradorite chunks, and these are generally around 14 by 18 or 19 millimeters. VR23. Look at those flashes. $18. On that. Marianne says a steal. That one definitely is. That one definitely is. I'm throwing in some, I think, really good deals for y'all tonight, just because. This is another one. Some beautiful citrine. This is a shorty strand. It's about a 12-inch strand. Citrine nuggets, $16. $16. I lost my mind pricing this one, but like I said, some of these I was giving you some really good deals because there's some weird stuff tonight, and I know not everyone is going to be grabbing at this stuff. So I'm like, every once in a while, we'll throw you something exceptionally good. And these are like 2 in a row. The labradorite and the citrine, VR24, $16. The labradorite is still available, by the way. Nobody's claimed it yet that I can see. Let me check my email here. Surprisingly, I thought that one would be claimed right away, but it is still available. And so these nuggets, did I say the size of these ones? These are about 15.5 by 18.5. There you go. Old stock. Don't know where it came from. Didn't even realize we had it. Was digging. Like I said, I dug deep today. I dug through boxes. I dug through things that look like they were, like these boxes sometimes look like they were something else, but then I found some of these stones and some of these things underneath. So stuff was hidden. I hope I'm not selling Andrew's hidden stashes, but here we go. Here we go. VR25. This is garnet. Beautiful garnet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 octagons. I think these are octagons. And they're faceted. Beautiful garnet. $18. Really stunning color. It's that deep red garnet color. And these are about 6.5 millimeters by, turn them sideways, about 4.5. And this is a 16-inch strand. 15.5-inch strand. VR25. And beautiful, right? We had some like this before that were like little house shapes or half moon shapes. This is the first time, Suzanne says with a tassel too, right? This is the first time I've seen them in this kind of octagon shape. But this feels like it's from that same kind of family, same kind of cutter, whoever did those. And that one sold. Thank you so much. VR26 is another one of these African glass strands. Suzanne says the house shape, I got some. Yeah, there were some house shapes, some half moon shapes. think there were some like arrow. Well, that would be the house, kind of looked like an arrow too. There were like 3 or 4 different shapes we got of those, but I've never seen those octagons before. Here's more of that recycled Ghana glass. It's a different color. It's the green, kind of yellow and brown, kind of ambery color. There's only one strand like this one available, VR26. And again, these are around 13.5 millimeters, 14.5 millimeters. About a 10-inch strand, $12. Really good color in that one. VR, oops, I forgot to put that in with it. VR27. These are a little bit different in that these ones have those same colors as before, but they also include a little bit of blue. These have some of the blue in there. So you've got some of the green, some of the yellow, some of the clear, but also every once in a while, well, actually in a lot of them, you have a little bit of blue. And I've got 2 strands of those. Really a lot of colors in that glass. And a lot of times these are large holes. So let me just give you a, let me try and get one of these so I can get in there. These are at least a 2 millimeter hole. Sometimes up to 3.5. So 3 millimeter on that one. So 2 to 3.5 millimeter hole or so. 2 strands available. Really pretty color in those. VR27. These are ones we have not shown before too. We've shown some Ghana glass before, but these were not in with the ones that I know I've shown before. VR28. This is a Paua, P-A-U-A shell, P-A-U-A shell, Paua shell, kind of triangular tube. I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight. That Mercury retrograde's starting early. $16 for this strand. Beautiful color in those. That is a an edible snail, I believe, is what that's from. An edible snail, large, giant edible snail. One strand of these available. It really has beautiful color to it. $16 for that strand. VR28. VR28. Oops, I didn't give you a size. Let me size those for you. These are about 4 millimeters wide, and they do vary. About 9 millimeters in length. Hey, Charlie joined us on Instagram. Good to see you here. VR29. We have Korean lampwork glass. Korean lampwork glass. And it's Millefiori, but it's from Korea. And it's $18 only for the strand. And you get a lot. I had to tape this strand because I accidentally tugged a little too hard on it and I broke the strand. But This is about a 16-inch strand. There's nothing missing from this strand. And it's just beautiful Millefiori beads. And they are approximately 10 millimeters by 16 millimeters. It's a lot of beautiful Millefiori work for $18. Korean lampwork glass. $16-inch strand, VR29. VR30. This is a red line agate, they call it on the tag. Red line agate. It's kind of a very peachy agate. Lots of beautiful, it does have a lot of beautiful color and stripiness to it. A lot of beautiful patterning. Very different. I don't really see this around very much by name or just by look. I just don't see this. These are 16-inch strand, or this is a 16-inch strand. There's only one. And they are, this is approximately, the beads are approximately 12.5 by 36.5. Suzanne says, I have a strand of those from you, but the cut is different. Yeah, we did this a while ago in a different, I remember we had a different shape of it. I don't remember what the shape was, but I know we had a different shape. But these are really pretty, the long ones, if you want to make them into a pendant. Or even I could see them maybe as a bracelet, depending on size, or just as a top of a piece of one across the top as a bracelet would be fun. VR30, $24 originally, $20 for you all for the next 24 hours or so. Now this is a, I don't know if anybody wants this, but I know some of y'all like some wild chain. So this is a necklace that is done with this chain. It's about 16 inches, but it has this extender for about another 3 inches. And it's a metal chain done in gold. I mean, it's not gold, it's a gold color. At least I hope it's not gold, because I underpriced this if that's what it is. But it's a gold color, but it's got this kind of spikiness on each of the links. I did not try to open the links. The links are open here. I didn't try to take pliers to see if I could open them. So I don't know if they're openable, but at least it's a length of chain. I know some of you all like our bags of chain and stuff. For 10 bucks, it's a really kind of cool chain to have in your stash. Or you could use it as a necklace. It could be a $10 necklace. You could sell it on for 18, 20 bucks. Be done with it. It's kind of got that, oh, what is the designer that uses the gold chain like that? Is it Chanel? It's not Chanel. Is it Chanel? Can't remember. I used to know all that when I sold the higher end clothing. Now I can't think of it. And let's see, where are we here? It is Chanel, says Sam. Thank you. I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure anymore. Now these are pretty dang cool. I have, oh, I forgot to put on here too. I have 3 of these. There are 3 of these available at $10 each. And they're just these giant shell, probably abalone shell plates. So whether you hung them like this and connected and dangled things from them, or hung them like this just for, just for a look, you could put things in front of them. You could wire wrap from hole to hole and wire wrap things on top of these if you wanted to. You could crisscross wire designs or any type of material designs back and forth across them if you wanted to. You could cage something in there. I think it could be really cool if you're really into really funky stuff. You could take a doll or something, crisscross in there, or a figurine of some sort and crisscross in there. Make some really wild found object jewelry. You can make a belt with it, says Sandra, right? Sandra. I don't know why I said Sandra. Sandra, you can make a belt with it. Yeah, it is a little bit, each one has a little bit of a curve to it. They're very similar. So you could do that. I don't know if that would get annoying pressed into you like that. Probably not. You'd probably be okay with that. But yeah, lots of things you could do with it. Really, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you can make a cuff. You'd have to have a larger arm than me probably to want to make a cuff out of that. I don't know that I would do that. I would probably make it a pendant of some sort, but I just think they're fun. VR32, $10 each instead of 12. If you want them, there's 3 available. 3 of them available. And they are about close to 2.5 inches. Very close to 2.5 inches. Millimeter wise, what is that? About 62 millimeters. Sandra's is very cool. I think so too. Just not something you see every day, right? That's what today's about, the weird stuff. So I said, I don't know how this show's going to go. People aren't going to claim too much today because it's some weird stuff. Last but not least, VR33. I'm giving you a really good deal on these, I think. They're super pretty. There are 4 of them available. They're shell pendants, and they are spectacular in color. They're like holographic. They're so beautiful. Your those were like plate armor, right? These are stunning. And I'm pricing them at, for you all, $8 each only. $8 each. These are approximately 2¼ inches by about 2 7/8 at the largest point. They're polished on one side, of course, not in the other, but they're slightly rounded, so they're meant to be worn that way. VR33. Like, look. Are y'all working with some of the neon colors? These would go great if you're working with some of that neon stuff right now. You can really pull out, there's the pinks and the greens and the blues. I think those are lovely. $8 each. And that's the show tonight, everybody. VR33, last one. 4 of them available, $8 each. Alrighty. Let me flip this camera around real quick. Hi, everybody. I'm back. So So thank you for hanging out with me. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow because I have to go to that show for Andrew tomorrow evening. And I'm not sure, depending on who's in the store tomorrow, if I'm going to have time to do a live beforehand. So there may not be a live tomorrow. It's kind of another reason I did the weird stuff tonight is in case there's not a show tomorrow. This is kind of a, I guess it's a cool ending for the week. Look at some weird stuff or different stuff that we don't normally show in some cases. So we'll see. I can't say for sure whether we'll have anything going on. If it seems like a slow day tomorrow, I might pop on and do a few things here and there. But I never know what the store is going to be like. And I will be up in Johnstown from 11 to 6. And then I will be heading, I think, to Greensburg for Andrew's show to see the closing of the show and get pictures and all that of that. So, yeah. Not a lot of time in between. I don't think any time in between to really do a live. So this is probably the last live for the week. And I will be posting, I think, my pottery tonight. Andrew made some earrings. So I'm going to be posting those earrings on our Facebook page and putting those available for sale by claiming them there. So if you see anything there you like, you can do that, or hopefully you'll share them. And let people know they're available. He made some earrings before he left, and he wanted me to share them with you all to try and recoup some of the money that he's spending down there to, eat and live for a while he's down in Tennessee taking classes. So I'll have those up either tonight or tomorrow. I still have to get pictures of some, so I'll probably do that from Johnstown in the daylight and be posting those tomorrow. So appreciate if you can all help us share those and get the word out. And that's all I've got for you. I'm going to go make some spaghetti. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much for all of your support all week while Andrew's been gone. I get very nervous when Andrew goes away because I don't always know what I'm going to do for the lives, and it's all kind of on me. We don't get to discuss it or talk about it much because he's in class. So thank you all for keeping us afloat, not only here, but also helping with him down there. We appreciate it so much. Thank you. And I will see you back here, if not before, on Monday. Maybe I'll do a live from the show if I think about it or don't get too busy talking to people. All right. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Have a great weekend if I don't talk to you before that. And we'll see you back here, if not before, on Monday. Bye, everybody.